all peachy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two Drink Minimum. As you can see today, we are recording from the Mike Ward Theater of Dreams because Mike Ward pussied out with the whole zone code red shit, and he says he's going to stay home to avoid COVID. So joining me over the internet, it's comedy legend, Mike Ward.
I am Mike Ward. A fucking 74-year-old chubby man beat coronavirus in 2 days, but I'm hiding in my house like a goddamn pussy. I forgot to mention the man who deletes everything, Poseidon.
Hello.
Yeah, Poseidon deleted. Just go back to your face, Poseidon. Show them your face. Poseidon is producing this episode because he's punished right now because he deleted all of our sounds in our soundboard right before we started this.
By mistake, it was a few days ago. Actually,
it was he preemptively sabotaged this stream.
Not on purpose.
How do you like producing so far?
It's fun. I enjoy it. It's cool.
Ask the people whose shows he's produced.
I've never had any issues on the other shows.
Well, that's not true. You've had issues on the morning show also.
The first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I'm getting better.
No, he's getting better. I'm busting his balls because he fucked everything up in one day. He's a walking calamity. But he's doing well. He's learning. I mean, it can be easy, right?
Yeah. There aren't that many people in Montreal that can actually do that.
Learn stuff?
Right? No, but like produce podcasts.
No, I don't think anyone. I mean, and I'm teaching him all the stuff I know. So, I mean, I learned myself too. He's learning from a fucking janitor. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, but there's there's probably only about 10 people in Montreal that really know what they're doing.
Yeah, that could do it at like this level. Yeah, for sure. There's not that many. Yeah,
like there's Yan, and then there's the Jofo guys.
Yeah.
There's the Chuck, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, there's not that many. Yeah, we're
like
the
4
elite
guys.
Yeah, there's not. Did you? So I don't want to miss the opportunity because you mentioned our chubby president to the South getting COVID. All I've been seeing in like mentions and shit was people are like, "This is a hoax. Of course he survived it. It's a Democrat hoax. It's not a real thing. COVID-19." I was like, "Democrat hoax? Like COVID-19 went worldwide. It's not like
How fucking powerful are the Democrats? That New Zealand is like, we beat it.
It doesn't. It's so crazy. Like he really had it, and I mean, I don't know. Is it the right decision? People are saying, is it right for him to drive because he went and drove and met people? And they're like, he's just spreading it now.
I love it. Yeah, he imagine when I heard that he was in the Suburban waving at people, I thought it'd be like one driver and him. But there's like 9 people in the car with him. Fuck. And those guys, like they knew when they signed up that they were going to put their life on the line, but they thought they were going to dive in front of a bullet, not have some fat guy cough on them.
Giving him COVID. You think now Biden, because now Trump's going to be like, look at how tough I am. I'm an old man, but I can survive this. You know, Biden can't survive thinking. So do you think Biden's going to have to come up like one level higher? Like he's going to come out tomorrow and be like, look, guys, I have AIDS and I made it. So I'm tougher than Trump. Like, how's he going to compete?
I don't know. You know how crazy the media is? Like, I was listening to CNN before, and they were like, because Trump got COVID, that's going to make him lose. And I was like, that's going to make him win.
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
Because now he's just going to say, I told you guys it was nothing.
Yeah, if I could beat it, you can beat it.
Yeah.
I think he's excited right now. He's like a black guy in a Foot Locker. He's fucking psyched.
Yeah.
He's ready.
At first, I wasn't even sure if he was sick for real. But then I thought you can't fake having COVID. There are too many people that'd rat you out.
Yeah, especially at the hospital. They're looking for a reason.
Yeah.
No, I think he got, I mean, people are getting it. Like more and more people are telling me, oh, this person's positive. I think because more people are testing. So I'm not too scared about getting it myself. If I didn't get it, I'm pretty sure early on we all probably got it. I don't know about you, Mike, but I'm pretty sure early on it was impossible. We saw too many people. I don't understand how weird the lucky ones that didn't get it.
Unless we got tiger blood.
Yeah, I think though, like at first, everyone was really afraid because whoever would get it'd die because they were all like 91 and already on respirators. But now, like, you see a lot of people that get it, and 2 days later they're fine.
Yeah.
Like even our friend that my wife's partner that and it's weird saying my wife's partner. It sounds like my wife's a lesbian.
Yeah.
So, but my wife's a business partner, our friend that he got it, and he's not really that sick. He just said he goes, it's like a really really bad cold plus fever.
Oh, okay. So he's got the flu.
Yeah, but he's like a 20-something-year-old.
He's a young man.
Yeah, young man, fairly fit. A little, not chubby, but not, not thin, but not fat.
Like he'll survive.
Yeah, he's going to be good.
Poseidon's having trouble surviving now because he had all these plans.
I think I'm going to call my aunt after this to uneye me.
Oh, yeah, he feels like he's been super eyed. That's why he fucked everything up.
Not just that. Everything's going wrong. I just realized.
Yeah. You weren't recording the audio.
I wasn't recording the audio for the first 12 minutes.
This is what I deal with.
So what we just did now, the first 12 minutes weren't recorded?
No, they were recorded. I think they were streaming, but they weren't recorded.
They were streaming and recorded on the computer, audio and video, but just the audio wasn't.
The actual quality, the high quality audio was not being recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a buffoon.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me today.
I have a couple of theories. It's the same thing that was wrong with you yesterday. It's called inbreeding.
Do I look Swedish to you?
So what's gonna happen with you going to that the swinger thing? Because at first I was sure you were going last week.
Yeah.
So if you would have went last week, you would have been fine. But now you're gonna have to go in Ontario.
Yeah, I think we're getting him out of province, or at least out of red zone territory.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Gatineau is red zone. I don't think Sherbrooke is red zone. So he's gonna have to go bang like a Sherbrooke old lady.
Yeah.
There's Jason had a guy in Drummondville send him an email saying there was a swinger club.
I saw
Drummondville.
that. Yeah.
But then I went on the website and the owners said that they were closed.
Yeah, we have to find a sketchy place.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I think aren't all swinger places sketchy places?
So we have to find one even sketchier than regular. So imagine what this guy's gonna go through.
God damn.
I love the website for the place in Drummondville. The people running it seem like they're very like overly creepily romantic.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I saw. Yeah, they're cuddling in the photo.
Every fucking picture.
We're in
they're
love.
just so creepy.
Those are just to avoid lawsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, she wanted it. She was hugging me back.
Oh God.
Yeah, because it's got to be dangerous. Someone's gonna get pissed at some point and try to sue you.
There's a lot of like sort of middle Quebec, like Drummondville and all that. There's a lot of like swinger places, and there's one really big nudist colony.
There's a nudist colony in Quebec.
Yeah, I did a show for them a couple of years ago.
Were they naked?
No.
That's a bad nudist colony.
And
Commit to the bit, nudes.
The guy that hired me told me that the right before me, like not the same night, but like 2 or 3 months before me, there was a motivational speaker that went there, and he arrived and he was like, "Fuck, everyone's gonna be naked. I gotta get naked." So he actually got naked, went on stage, and everyone was dressed.
No.
Yeah, because they don't want you to feel weird when you're on stage, so they all dress.
So he went up.
Fucking buffoon was naked.
And he basically lived the nightmare of high school students where they walk into class and they're the naked ones. And he's a motivational speaker. Imagine that motivated him to kill himself. Like,
especially like for the audience, you're watching a motivational speaker. He's supposed to be better than you. He's not supposed to be some fucking idiot that can't ask a question before going on stage.
Well, didn't he notice that all the handlers were wearing clothes?
Yeah, maybe he thought they worked for him.
So stupid.
Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
Where do you hook up the mic?
What do you mean? Where do you hook it up?
Because you go on with like a lav mic type of thing.
Well, maybe you don't. Why would
he probably held a mic?
Yeah, you ever seen me go
guess.
with a lav mic?
No.
So what are you talking about?
No, because like motivational speakers, they use their hands a lot.
Well, it depends who this guy couldn't flap his hands too much. He was using his dick a lot.
I don't
He
think
was flapping
this
his
guy
dick.
is making the type of money to be able to afford
A lav
any
mic.
microphone.
Yeah.
He just uses whatever shitty mic is there.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. When he first walked on, he grabbed his dick.
Wrong mic.
Yeah.
What a
Whatever.
dummy.
Yeah. Very
But-
stupid.
Wouldn't that demotivate you from watching him? With the second the motivational speaker does something that stupid, aren't you like, this guy's he's not gonna tell me how to live my fucking life. Who's gonna give this guy money?
I don't know. That's like whenever you see a life coach, like there aren't that as many as there were a couple of years ago. But whenever I'd meet anyone that was a life coach, I'd always want to follow them to the parking lot to see what kind of car they drove.
Yeah.
Just to sort of judge them if they had like an old Chevy Impala or some, fucking piece of shit beat up car.
What if they're waiting for the bus?
Yeah. He's a life coach.
Save money.
He's waiting outside. You're like, are you waiting for the bus? No, my mom's going to be here soon.
Yeah. You're like, what kind of life decisions did you make? The right ones. My people take care of me. That could have been Poseidon.
What do you mean?
You could have been that.
A life coach?
No, you could have been the guy waiting for your mom to pick you up. 2 different decisions in your life, 2-3 different decisions, that would have been you.
Really? Like what?
I don't know which decisions led you to be here, but I mean, 2 or 3 decisions, you could have been that. That would have been fucking weird because you're so much bigger than your mom.
Yeah.
Because you're a giant. It would have looked so, every time they'd come pick you up, it's like she left her retarded kid at the grocery store.
Oh, God. She has brought me to work a few times, but in the past.
I know, but you were younger.
Yeah.
I'm just busting your balls.
I know.
He's freaking out. I'm like, I don't know if you can see him because you have a different angle. Yeah, you can see both of us,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well, because at the same time I'm talking, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to restore the sounds I deleted. How am I gonna fix?
Stop! I'm the one who's gonna have to handle your mess. Stop thinking about that. That's gonna be
okay.
That's Pantelis tomorrow. That's tomorrow Pantelis' problem.
Okay.
Tonight Pantelis is trying to talk to Mike. Tomorrow Pantelis is gonna text you a lot of racial epithets.
Yeah. And then the Wednesday Pantelis is gonna train the new guy.
I'm calling you. I've already interviewed a guy named Hassan.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he was a doctor in his old country, so I think he can handle this.
Are you nervous about that, Poseidon? Like fucking up so bad that he doesn't have a choice but to fire you?
No, nothing ever that big. I'm always nervous about little stuff like this. Like little. You know what I mean?
Little stuff though.
I'm not
everything on a soundboard.
No, I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm just saying like nothing like I don't know, like nothing like major. It's always gonna be little hiccups like this that's gonna happen to me that I was in a hurry or something and I didn't realize and I fucked it up, but that it's never gonna happen again. Like this is never gonna happen again. It was stupid. Like I realized like, oh shit, wrong fucking button,
Wrong button. Delete everything. He's like, that looks like the button I need.
When you delete shit too, they always ask you to confirm it.
Yeah. Oh, he confirmed it.
Yeah.
He's like, of course I want to delete everything. And then as soon as he did, he's like, maybe I wasn't supposed to delete everything.
Yeah, I didn't realize until today actually. So
you know what's funny is he did realize, but he tried to hide it. You know how I know he realized? Because when I saw it, I go, what the fuck happened here? He's like, oh, I don't know. And and I go, okay, I'm going to call Phil. Phil probably came in here and fucking delete everything. And then as soon as I was about to call Phil, he's like, don't call Phil. I did it 2 days ago. He tried to buy time.
No. Hold on. That's not what happened. Hold on. That's not what happened. I didn't even realize what I had done until this moment. And then you said you were going to, I'm like, wait a minute. And then I remember trying to delete, the sound stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh no, I pressed the wrong thing. It was me.
It's funny because it's not a button to press; it's a whole to do. Like he had to go. He didn't even touch anything on the soundboard. He had to go to the app on the computer. From there, select to delete the entire sound. Like he had to make. There was many decisions and many chances for him to confirm, be like, "No, this is a bad idea," before he deleted everything.
Like hit Control Alt 7.
He went through all these extra steps, and he's like, "Huh? How did that happen? How did that?" He's a retard.
Yeah. That means you're never gonna fire him, though.
That's what people think, but I mean, I give him a lot of chances. Like I want him to do well, but there's gonna come a time where he's gonna be either him or I go broke.
Well, that's never gonna happen. But this is all new to me. It's all very new. This producing the.
I know that's why I'm giving you chances, but there's like for example, Mike, right? Remember all the stuff he set up was new to him, right?
What stuff?
Like the screen behind him, all that stuff. So he's like, oh, this isn't working. Let me try to fix it. Yeah. When the screen wasn't working behind him, he wasn't like, should I set my car on fire? Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
Like it's not related.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Apparently, what's his name? Bill Gates was talking shit about Tesla.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
and now and now Elon Musk has a rivalry with him. They're tweeting at each other.
That's crazy.
It's so stupid.
I'd love to see them fight. Elon Musk could kick the fuck out of Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates looks like AIDS.
Yeah.
He's tired all the time.
Yeah. Whereas Elon Musk, even though he's a genius, he looks like a guy that can fight.
He's thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is kind of thick.
Yeah, he's a thick boy. Yeah, he's a little thicker. What's his name? Bill Gates. I think the only sport that he ever did, he wasn't really a sport. He plays bridge.
Oh, does he?
I remember local news report when I was in high school. They go, Bill Gates, you'd never recognize him. And it's just Bill Gates the way he normally is. Because, like, look at how he's dressed. Everything he's wearing altogether, it's a combined cost of $82. And he goes to bridge tournaments looking like a hobo. And he just goes to bridge tournaments and he's like, and he plays with old people. I don't even know how the fuck you play bridge.
Yeah.
What is bridge?
It's like a card game, right? For old people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his best friend is Warren Buffett.
Oh, really?
Like
97.
Warren Buffett is he's in his 90s.
What do they talk about?
I don't know. Warren Buffett though seems like a really interesting man. Like there's something crazy about a multi-billionaire who still drives like an old Buick. And I saw a documentary about him that he has breakfast at McDonald's every morning, and he has the exact change on him to pay it. And he'll if the stock market is up, he buys egg McMuffin and a hash brown. And if the stock market's down, he only buys a hash brown.
Okay, that is the lifestyle of a lunatic.
Yeah, that's exactly the type of person like Jay Leno who didn't spend any of his Tonight Show money.
But you know what? There's a line. At one point, it becomes a sickness.
Yeah.
What's the point of being Warren Buffett if you're gonna live like Poseidon's dad?
Yeah.
Like what's the point?
There's something though about that whenever I see those guys, I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I want to be like that. And then a minute later,
Let me get an arcade for the basement.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah, in my mind, I live like Warren Buffett, except I spend everything.
You live like Warren Buffett if he made all his money when he was 14.
Yeah. I do live like a 9-year-old that just won the lottery.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I wouldn't, I don't know, I can't justify working so hard, making all that money, and then not being able to spend or not spend, just hoarding it in the bank. Like, I understand, you know, savings, take care of your family, but this is to a next level. It's like, I can't get the Egg McMuffin today. The stock market's down. You're worth billions, you fucking asshole.
I don't think it's a money thing. I think it's like what's that word there?
Like
it's just a weirdo trying to fit in. I think it's someone like he lives in a small town where the average salary is probably like $28,000 a year. So he wants to fit in with those people.
So when he says that, he's like, I can't get the Egg McMuffin today. He looks over at the homeless guy. He's like, I feel you, Warren. You're just like me.
No, but it's also...
Except you don't smell like cat urine.
Jesus Christ.
No, I wonder if there are any homeless guys that do that. They're like, look, I was going to buy crack, but the stock market is down. So just give me some crystal meth.
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing? I'm doing the Buffett routine. It worked for him. It's the only way to get out of the gutter.
I think it's more of like, what's the fucking word? Not paranoia.
It's like
superstitious.
It's like a compulsion.
Superstition.
You think it's?
I think it's a superstition.
You think it's a superstition, Mike?
Something like that.
Like a hockey goalie.
Like a what?
Like a hockey goalie. You ever met a goalie?
Yeah, those guys are fucking crazy.
In my life, the goalies have always been the weird. Hockey goalies, especially, have always been the weirdest people. Yeah, they're like, oh, why did you come in from the left side of the locker room today? Now I'm gonna fucking lose. It's like, what are you fucking talking about, stupid? How about you stop the goddamn puck and you won't fucking lose?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
They're very superstitious.
I remember when I was little, the goalie for the Quebec Nordiques was a guy named Daniel Bouchard. And he used to be crazy religious. Like before every game, he'd do the sign of the cross at each net. Like he'd go to the other team's like area and do the sign the cross. He's super religious, but if anyone came even close to him during the game, he'd fucking hit him in the neck, and he'd always try to fight the other goalie. So it's just crazy seeing someone. I love seeing someone that religious but that violent and mean.
He's an extremist. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. He's the Osama bin Laden of crazy Quebecois Catholics.
He's like, thank you, Jesus, for that last say. Fuck you, Sergey! It's crazy. I like those kind of cycles. But yeah, goalies are weird. Hairdressers also. Hairdressers are crazy.
Oh, really?
Hairdressers, chicks, yeah, they're normally nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw my for some reason my wife is always friends with her whoever does her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like she gets really like her old hairdresser. After 2 times, she was like, "I'm going to the casino with my hairdresser," and I was like, "Who does that?" But anyway, she got another hairdresser. It was this dude, and he was a nice guy, and I went to him. He cut my hair, and then I was eating at a restaurant, and there was a bunch of homeless guys in the park singing, and then I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with those homeless people?" And then I realized one of the homeless guys was the hairdresser. He wasn't even like, he's not even homeless. He was just drinking with the homeless people singing. And I was like, why did you do that? He was like, because they have a guitar.
My social circle is very limited, Mike. I'm trying to get some friends.
Jesus. I was like, fuck, you there are other people with guitars.
Wait, because he had a guitar? He's like, I found my calling?
Yeah. That's when I realized he's exactly like he's like a little kid. You know how little kid, you become friends with someone just because they live on your street?
Yeah, and then you're besties.
Like he could be the exact opposite of you, but he's your best friend because he lives two houses over. That's how my hairdresser is.
I like this guy, actually. He's better than me. Mm. Me, we could sing together and I still won't like you.
Yeah.
By the way, I take my hat off to you.
To me?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know how you do this and hold a conversation at the same time.
I'm good, eh?
Fuck, man. Like, like when we do Pantelis Live or even the old 2 drink minimums.
Or the podcast that we did.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how you hold a conversation, do this at the same time. Focus on like 3 things at the same time.
I can't explain it, but because I do it all the... people used to get mad at me because they thought I wasn't paying attention to them. But I could do multiple things at once and hold my attention. But there's a problem with all that. I think it's fucking up my brain, Mike. Like last night, I couldn't get to sleep. Like at all. I finally slept around 7 a.m. and I wasn't doing anything. I was just like, my mind won't shut off. So I think it's actually a little dangerous for like multitasking all the time. Like I think it's fucking.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, because a normal person, when they go to sleep, all they got to do is sort of go, okay, I got to stop thinking about this. But you have 3 things going on at the same time.
So then when one slows down, then another thing stresses me out. I'm thinking about another thing. It happened to me last night and it made me super anxious. And then my day was fucked up because I took an extra nap in the morning to try to catch up on some sleep. So then I was running late all day. I had to write stuff. I had scripts that were due. So it was just fucking a whole to-do.
It's like you have 18 tabs open at the same time.
Yeah, I have many tabs in this browser up here, Mike. And it's a shitty browser. If it was a good browser, but we're talking about I'm using like Microsoft Edge up here. So
oh god,
it's not Netscape like my buddy over there, but still it's Edge.
Fuck Netscape.
By the way, aren't they supposed to discontinue Microsoft Edge and Internet Explorer?
Wait, no, Internet Explorer is done. Now they have Edge. Edge is the new one. Apparently, look, I don't know if Microsoft's lying to everyone, but every time I turn on a PC and they try to get me to install it, they say it's amazing, it's light, you're going to prefer it to Chrome. I don't believe them. I haven't even tried it. It could be the greatest web browser ever, and I'm like, fuck you guys. You had your chance for 20 years. You kept fucking us over with Internet Explorer. You lost my trust. They might have the best thing on their hands. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I still use Firefox.
I like Firefox.
I don't even know if it's good, but...
Me, it's Chrome and Brave I started using. Brave is like Chrome, but a little lighter.
Okay.
It's just for the streams. Like, I'd rather have less CPU-intensive browsers open just to make sure that the streams go smooth.
Yeah, Google Chrome on my old computer, I'll open like 8 tabs, let's say, if I need something, and then the whole computer is just like, what the fuck are you doing?
But those are large dark web kitty porn files. So that's why.
I walked right into that one.
Yeah. That's because
no one opens 8 browsers at the same time. No one opens 8 windows to like do business.
Yeah, simultaneous videos.
No, because like, like sometimes like you'll open a YouTube video and like it's a podcast or like it's Joe Rogan or something, and then like I'll put one and then I'll see in the suggested videos, I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. I'll open it in another tab and then another video from that tab, I'll pause it.
Are they all playing at the same time?
They're all playing at the same time.
No.
It just sounds like a conversation at his house, like when there's dinner.
He's jerking off to lesbian porn and Joe Rogan's talking about DMT.
Yeah, while he's jerking off, he's like, oh, yeah. Oh, that's a great point. That's true. You tell him, Joe.
Oh, God. No, but like, so then, yeah, I keep going to the next tab to pause, and I see another one. I'm like, oh, that one's interesting, too. Open a new tab, and so on and so forth. And then I'm like, okay, I think I've opened enough to watch. And then I get busy, and then like 8 tabs stay open for like 3 days, and then I come back to my computer, and it's like, oh shit.
8 tabs isn't that bad. You've seen my laptop. You've seen my computer sometimes when
Yeah.
you come over. Sometimes, Mike, there's 3 different browsers with like 15, 20 tabs each. It's like, but I have that super computer at home for editing, so I don't notice the slowdown. But it's just full of all kinds of shit, and it's like I'm going. There's my banking information. There's this. There's that. There's like photos I'm editing, like all kinds of shit happening at once. So it's kind of like in my brain, same thing. I have multiple things happening at the same time, but there's no way that's healthy. That's gonna bite me in the ass soon.
Yeah, you're okay now because you're young, but when you're gonna be like 60 or 70,
I'm gonna forget everything.
Yeah,
that's what I think too. I think I'm due for some Alzheimer's, some shit.
No, what you could do is just 1 month out of the year, you fucking.
No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that'll help me not have Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I think it will help you.
You know, my what were you gonna say?
Yeah, generally people that their brain slows down are people that don't really use it.
Yeah, because it's like a muscle.
Look, my English teacher in high school told me that. I don't know how true it was. I like her. She was a great lady, but she told me that your brain is a muscle. Keep reading to avoid Alzheimer's, stuff like that. But she's not a doctor.
Yeah.
Maybe she's right, though. It kind of makes sense. At the same time, overusing it and thinking about multiple nonsensical items at once also seems useless. And
yeah, but also look at me. I haven't read much, and look at
yeah, you scare me. That's what I'm saying. Like, you put the fear in me. I don't want to turn into that, Mike. That's my one fucking fear.
Yeah.
God damn.
Is that why you keep them close? Just
I use them as a reference point.
As a reminder every day. Like, fuck, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. As long as I'm better than this, I'm like, all right, I'm good. This ain't the worst. Every time I feel bad about something, I look at it and I go, it could be worse. There are lower levels to this.
That's funny.
Yo, so what's happening with your French podcast?
Right now,
hiatus?
Yeah, because we had recorded. I since I knew there was going to be another government shutdown, we have like 12 episodes in the bank that are going to come out. Like they come out every Monday, and right now I'm just going to do episodes just for my Patreons. Just from patrons, just so that
keep them occupied.
Yeah. I should have done one last week, but I went on vacation with my wife to the country house, and then I came back and set everything up. So I think I'm gonna do one tomorrow.
Yeah, now you can do the Skype ones again.
Yeah, and I got a kit to do it from the country house.
Oh, so go kit.
Yeah, so as soon as I'm going to do one tomorrow and one on Thursday. Just they're going to be 2 test shows. They might not be, very good, but at least I'll know I can do them.
No, I think because you got all that practice when we were in quarantine last time, so I think you're going to be fine. We have the 2 studios here. Well, I'm doing more podcasts now. There's nothing to do at night. Now I had set everything up so we could do our shows, stand up, all that. And now there's nothing. So I'm just bringing people over to the studio and just doing more and more shows for the Patreon.
I saw. I watched one of your French casts. Are you still doing those regularly?
Now they've started again regularly. So I have Jacob and Emile coming on Saturday. I want them to talk about their podcast. They have a French podcast, Son Commentaire. I have to message Anas. And now that I have the new studio, I want to bring back, first of all, the second you come back, I want to bring you to do a French one. We never did one. But I think it would be funny if I have you there and I have like Jan instead of just us, bring the whole crew and we shoot the shit. We have the space. I'm going to ask Ollie, unless he goes to that fight island, to come back. Because a lot of people I had done it through Skype. So now I just want to bring him back and we do it in a new studio. It'll be fun. Yeah. And people like the French cast, so I'm going to keep doing them.
And I think your numbers are good too.
The numbers are good on the French cast, yeah. Especially audio too. It's like Spotify, I get good numbers. iTunes, I get good numbers on them. So I'm going to continue. And they're fun. For me, it helps because I noticed my French gets better per episode.
Yeah. There's something weird going on in French Quebec right now. It's like people in French Quebec just discovered Spotify.
Really?
Because for my sous-écoute, I used to get like four video listeners for every audio listener. And now I get twice as many audio downloads as I do my YouTube views.
Oh, shit. Yeah. My audio is always more than video. That's for sure. But not that's a great ratio because you have a lot of video views.
Yeah. It used to be, though, like whenever I'd see like American podcasts, it'd always go, oh, we get like a quarter of our people are on video. And I was like, oh, shit, I get way more than that. But now I'm getting, well, almost that.
Yeah, I guess people are discovering they can move. And I was right last week. I called it. I said that this was bullshit. By the way, for the red zone lockdown, I said it's not going to end here. In a little while, they're going to announce more stuff shutting down. And people said that I was a conspiracy theorist. And I believe today Poseidon was at the gym. He was working out with his boyfriend. And what happened, Poseidon? What did the gym people tell you?
They told me they're shutting down. Last day is Wednesday for the gyms.
They're shutting down the gyms.
Yeah.
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 They said you're going to have to check out sweaty dudes somewhere else, sir.
Where are you going to go to see hot men exercise?
I have no clue. The parks, it's too cold for the parks.
No, even the parks, they're at. I saw Ollie tested something. He tweeted something. They set up rules even outside. The only sporting activity you can do is you have to be maximum 2 people, and it has to be a sporting activity that there's like at least 2 meter distance. So I think you could just play tennis or ping pong. Yeah. So there's no more team sports.
Yeah, my wife told me they're still doing tennis.
Yeah.
Tennis, I guess, badminton.
Yeah, who the fuck is an adult playing badminton?
I don't know. Like I have a friend that plays badminton, and I'd always send him like Photoshop gay porn of guys playing badminton, because in my mind it's the gayest fucking sport in the world.
Well, the thing they hit is called the shuttlecock, right?
Yeah. It's a shuttlecock. It's it's a very gay sport, but he tells
me it's gay tennis.
Yeah, it is. It's like tennis for old people.
Yeah. I used to play that in high school. Badminton used to be a big sport in high school.
Yeah. And now there's a new sport called pickleball.
The fuck is pickleball?
It's like a tennis like a gay for
sex
old
game.
People. No, it's a tennis, but with I think like a wiffle ball. And a smaller court.
What?
I don't know. It's like I think it's a bigger ball. It might be just a regular tennis ball. I think it's a bigger ball. It's a smaller court. It's like really big in Florida and everywhere that there's old people. So I think they just invented that because they didn't want to be associated with badminton.
So it's basically badminton.
It's badminton, but with a ball that bounces.
So hardcore badminton.
Well, they're old people. It's not that hard. It's not one of your swingers fucking houses.
Yeah.
They're hardcore. Look at that old guy go. Sir, I just want to compliment you on your swing and that ass. Like in Poseidon. So I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with him. Now I've been so busy trying to fix shit here. Now I got to look at getting him a date at another city. Oh, wait a second. Is have you spoken to your chaperone?
Here and there, on and off.
Is she, because I know that she had plans to go to another city. Uh-huh. Is that still on? Because they're not in the red zone in that city. So is she still booked to leave?
Oh, shit, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
And plus, like, she's an escort. So I don't think escorts really follow those rules, do they? I think they do if they decide that they're going to. But since what they're doing isn't really legal.
Look, Mike, I don't know. Look, if you're going to tell me that a bunch of whores aren't playing by the rules, then I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Whores never play by the rules.
No, I think they try to respect like the bare minimum You know, so like if it's also I guess I don't know, are people scared? Because I had a guy at my building when I was coming here in the elevator. I was alone. I was going down. He got in, and then he starts like, "Oh, okay, I'll get out." And I was like, "No, dude, come in the fucking elevator." Like they announced code red doesn't mean I won't let you come next to me in the elevator. Just stand over there.
Yeah, they've mind fucked people all kinds.
Yeah, so I guess it depends on how scared you are.
Yeah.
But if you're not scared of AIDS, I don't think you're scared of COVID.
That's a very good point.
Right?
That's a very good point. Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but it seems illogical. Like you've been taking risks with far more dangerous viruses. Like this is what's going to stop you?
Yeah. For some reason, I thought you were going to say there you've been taking all kinds of risks with farmers. I don't know why.
Could be applicable. I don't know. Could be some of these country whores. You don't know.
Are a lot of farmers infected with AIDS?
No, I don't know. For some reason, the way he said it, I thought he was going to say farmers. I'm like, what does that have to do with farmers?
There's something in his head.
Are you always surprised when they say that there are more gay people that are infected with AIDS? They don't mention farmers. They don't go, look, all right, it's a disease that mostly affects gays and farmers.
Because the media doesn't respect the village. They don't respect the campagne.
Oh shit.
That's why it's now LGBTQF.
It's for the farmers.
Yeah, the rural demographic is never represented.
They've caught AIDS so many times they had to be included.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, Poseidon was not going to say farmers, though they can fuck whoever they want. I'm just saying, I like, does the media fuck your brain up so much that you could not be scared of herpes, murder, AIDS, but you're going to be scared of COVID? That's what I'm wondering, if that's possible.
Yeah, for sure that they scared the shit out of everyone.
And also, this Trump thing, does that help people? Are you less scared now? I'm wondering if people are less scared.
I think
people he eats McDonald's all day.
People that weren't afraid of COVID now are like, see, this is proof.
Yeah.
Whereas if he was really sick, I don't know what would have happened.
But then again, he also has access to a type of healthcare that you don't.
Yeah.
So don't get too cocky.
Yeah. Like he was getting oxygen before he needed it.
Yeah.
Right. His doctor said his oxygen level went down to 92%. So they put him on oxygen. And I think my oxygen levels have been like at 70 for the last 8 years.
Yeah, no, because you can't take chances. Imagine the president. Imagine if he had died and then there's 30 days left and Pence is in charge.
Yeah.
And he's like, I only have 30 days left. And he just goes like, it's just like, all right, here's it. No more gays. He's like, open up the jails, like something crazy, because that guy cannot take power. Like people on the left that were like, I hope Trump dies. That is a crazy thing to hope for. You really want Mike Pence to be the emperor? Like that'd be fucking insane.
God damn.
Yeah. Start electrocuting gay people. Can't have that shit.
Are they still gonna do the vice presidential debate? That's this week, right?
That's this week. We're gonna live stream it.
Okay. Is it in what city is it in? It's in Florida, right?
Is it in Florida?
I think I read it was in Orlando, but
is it I hope it's at Disney World.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be a great place to. I mean, they held the NBA finals. Now they're holding the whole NBA playoffs. They could handle it. There's nothing else. They're not open.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Wait, are theme parks in Florida open? Because everything else opened.
I think theme parks in Florida are open. They're not open in California yet.
No, California, everything's closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why everyone left.
Yeah, Florida, everything's open.
Holy shit, eh?
Yeah, everything's open.
And they're not claiming, I don't know, Florida seems to be fine. Like, seems to be fine. I mean, we're not hearing anything crazy. So I don't fucking know not what to believe, but like what the best decision to make is. Here, I'm very nervous about our shitty weather. Because the more you keep people locked in, they can't work. They don't have as much money. They're getting into fights with their spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the fuck it is. They can't go out for air. They can't see their friends. You're just this is a cocktail for people to kill themselves.
Yeah.
That's all you're asking. You're like, all right, let's see who can survive this winter. That's all we're doing here. I think it's a bit much.
Yeah, I wonder how many suicides this is gonna cause.
Well,
we'll never know because they don't. They don't tell us.
They don't tell us in the media, but you can find out because I was talking with Jean Thomas last time in the green room last week before the show, and I think Oli, we were talking about it. And Jean Thomas, I think, was the one saying, like, it was really high, and they never talked about it. It was really high before. Imagine the quarantine now going through in the winter, because it's already depressing here in the winter.
Yeah.
That's normally whenever I think of moving is the second the weather changes here.
I had a guy that reached out to Michel. His son has some sort of cancer, and they thought he was gonna die, and he was really depressed because if you're gonna die, you get depressed. But he went through the whole chemo, and then he beat it. So now he's doing better. But he said his son is super depressed because like he's starting to feel better now, but they're closing everything. So he's like, fuck, he's.
How old is his son?
His son is young. His son's 18, which is really young to be like, oh, fuck it. I just want to die.
Yeah, it sounds like a bitch, and I'll tell you why. Because you can't be like, oh, I beat cancer, and then you're like, but fuck, I can't go to Wendy's. Shut the fuck up, stupid. You beat cancer. Just wait it out a bit. You're 18. You have your whole life ahead of you to go to Wendy's or JCPenney, whatever the fucking dumb shit you want to do with your friends. What a dummy. You know what? Reply to that email. Tell him I said to go fuck himself.
Yeah, I think he's gonna hear it, cause the father said all he does is he listens to like podcasts, and all he does is listen to sous-écoute, vous-écoute, and 2 drink minimum.
All right, well, we just ruined his life. We just
yeah.
Tell him to get happy. Like, what the fuck? He's 18. You know what's gonna happen? This is shitty. Now everyone's getting depressed. This is shitty. This is a message to this kid. You know this kid's name? Don't even say his name. We don't want to put him on the spot. But this is a message to this child. You did one of the hardest things right now, right? Something that people wish that their relatives could have done, that you actually beat it. All right? That's one big victory in your lifetime already. Wait this fucking thing out. I know it sucks. We all know it sucks. We're all in this together. This is going to be a distant memory. It's going to make you tougher. And then once all this shit blows over, you're going to be tougher. You survived quarantine, survived cancer, survived fucking homeschooling with your parents. Must be weird. Must be weird to be in there with those people. That's it. You're going to have a good life. Don't worry about it. This will all pass. That's my message to the kid.
Yeah.
And
if the kid takes it personally and he writes you, just go, no, we were talking about another kid with cancer.
No, if he writes me, it's fine. He could take it personally. But I mean, if you could survive cancer, you could take a joke. But it's just
no, it's just weird. I think like November. We're not in November yet, but like we're right about the time where everyone's depressed anyway.
It's gonna get worse. He's gonna get. He's gonna get more depressed. You, sir, are gonna get even more depressed. And I'm not saying I want you to. I prefer you wouldn't. I prefer I wouldn't. He wouldn't. All that. But I know you will. But you already did something way fucking harder. You know what I mean? You're tougher than this. You're not gonna let the goddamn virus from Wuhan beat you. We're gonna fucking make it. Don't worry. Right? We're positive. We're gonna make this shit. Yeah. If you survive that, you're fucking 10 steps ahead of him. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry.
That's true.
You're gonna survive this. This is gonna be fine. This can be a distant memory. In the future, you're gonna be like, I remember when I was young. Shit, man. The second I beat cancer, the fucking Chinese tried to kill me, but I fucking survived that shit too.
2 cancers on the planet.
Wait, what?
Did he just call Chinese people a cancer?
A cancer on the planet? Yeah.
God damn it.
Like this was Hitler. He went one level higher.
I couldn't help it. It was.
He didn't say the country. He said the planet. He's like, he blamed all of China for Wuhan's mishap.
It was a low hanging fruit. I had to.
It was a low hanging bat, sir.
Oh, did you see the South Park coronavirus special?
It was great.
It was really good.
I loved it. Yeah. he fucked a bat. And then what was the name of that other the pangolin? The pangolin?
Yeah,
the pangolin.
I forgot about the pangolin because for a while, like I don't know why we wanted at first to know where this fucking thing came from.
Yeah, we were all obsessed.
We're like, it's not a bat. Like people are angry. Quit saying it's a bat. Like we're fucking hurting the Bat's rep.
Yeah. The stocks in fucking DC Comics and Batman related paraphernalia went down.
Batman's crying in the corner.
Yeah, everyone was really pissed off about the whole bat thing. This is my deduction. From what I know now, from reading that French guy and basically it was an accident from a lab in Wuhan that they were testing different viral infections. And I keep going back to the report of that one guy who, I'm saying it's him, but I don't know if it was him. But this one guy that was reported in the same year, he fucked up twice. Once he let one of the infected bats pee on him. By accident. They peed on him and he had an infection. And the other one, they bit him.
Fuck.
So I'm blaming him.
By accident.
Third time he erased all of the data.
Yeah. He's like, look, it gave me a lot of warnings. Like, kept clicking delete.
Ah, shit.
He's making fun of you.
Yeah, I just realized.
But no, I love the episode. I think they made a fucking great episode.
Yeah.
The chin diapers and all that.
Yeah, I haven't watched South Park that much in the last couple of years, but I was really happy to see it.
Yeah, it was I hadn't watched in a while. I had seen some clips here and there when there was something important, but I really like what they did because I think it covered everything.
And they're good too to like TV a comedy on TV now
takes sides.
Either TV is pretty much always left leaning, or if it is right leaning, it's like crazy right leaning. But they kind of hit everyone. Which is the way comedy should be, I think.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Because imagine if, you know what's the problem with not hitting everyone? Is if you limit yourself, then you second guess jokes. Because if you're like, oh, I can't make fun of that side or this person or that, then you're always second guessing. Your jokes are not sharp. You're not really joking anymore. You're basically making commentary for one side to enjoy. I like what we do. I like not thinking, just going right to the funny. Oh, this is funny. I'm gonna make fun of it. You know. And then you watch people get pissed off. Like the cancer thing. Other people would have been like, I can't make fun of a kid with cancer. I was like, yes, I can.
Yeah. Like the Daily Show used to be good.
Yeah, but that was with Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
Now they have...
But it used to be really funny.
Yeah, but, times changed. Then it became political, like real political, not making fun of politics.
Yeah.
And now they have Trevor Noah. He's never met a good joke. He didn't want to steal this guy. Good...
You love saying that, huh?
Yeah, of course.
It was Russell Peters, right? That said he stole from him.
Russell Peters outed him, but apparently then other comedians came out like that were in South Africa or whatever, saying, yeah, of course, everybody knows he would do that.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's why I was like, fuck this guy.
That's crazy how far he got being a joke thief.
Well, look at Gad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're the only ones arguing this. No, like nobody. Like comedy nerds, they care.
Yeah.
General public doesn't give a fuck.
You know what's crazy? I think this is the only industry I've seen this where somebody will steal from someone like that, and then the person that got stolen from will just allow it, not do anything.
Well, I mean, you say that, but like Bill Gates, we praise him.
Yeah, he stole from Apple.
Yeah, he stole from Apple and Xerox.
Yeah, from Xerox too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's the Gad Elmaleh
of the tech world,
of the nerd kingdom.
Yeah. There's a nerd kingdom?
That's what, and he's in charge of it, yeah.
Why would he be in charge?
And then he murdered Steve Jobs.
It's true, he did get pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah. He knows.
Fuck.
Conspiracy. _ love stuff.
Fuck. I've never heard that.
He gave him the old PC 1-2. Yeah, he killed Steve Jobs. He's like,
apparently
jobless
Steve
now.
Steve Jobs was a real dick, apparently.
Yeah, not apparently. There's he was a fucking piece of shit, apparently. Yeah.
It was a big scumbag.
Yeah, it's been confirmed, is what they told me. Yeah. There's documentaries about it.
Really, there is?
Yeah, there's even movies based on him. People who work with him said he was very hard to deal with.
Yeah, they even kicked him out of Apple for a while, right?
Yeah.
You have to suck as a human being for you to invent something and then them go, nah, we don't want you here anymore.
You got create. That's like next week's like Mike Ward Suzekut, with host Poseidon. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like it's his show. Why the fuck? Like what did he do? Like it doesn't. So that's how you know that you. But in his defense, I'm not defending his attitude because I know he was a shitty person. But in his defense on that, a lot of these corporations do that shit when it becomes too big, too public. It's like you lose power of your own creation.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, the board decided that you're not what's best for business.
Yeah, because then it's multiple people's pockets at risk, right?
Mm.
Yeah. That kind of sucks. I've been involved in that.
Yeah.
I was in a company, a startup once, and it was he had brought in guys to help fund it, and they were like guys that had one guy had experience, and the other guy we found out later, a year later, he was actually a scam artist.
Oh shit!
He was in all these things here for years in Montreal, like with like elite businessmen, and he had like no money. He just kept pretending it and raising funds and stealing money and shit.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Did
it
he
was
pull
crazy.
that off?
Yeah, well, he pulled it until he got caught.
That's impressive.
Anyways, the guy who started the company originally, then he got, like, after a while, it was like, well, no, we don't agree with that. We want to take the company in this direction. He's like, the fuck are you talking about? It's my startup. I started this company. And they're like, yeah, well, we're in charge now, bitch. So it happens. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
It's shitty.
That's
Yeah, that's why whenever you start a business, you always have to keep at least 51%.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're desperate because you're like, I have a great idea. I know this is going to work. And the only way I could get the money and the only way I could get them to come with me is if I agree to these terms. And then they fuck you. That's why I notice a lot of people, that's why I keep my circle pretty small. So many people just look to fuck you. It's mind-boggling how many people, instead of trying to build something, they just want to fuck you out of something.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable. Yo, who was Jan? Can you explain who was Jan feuding with? I saw his latest vlog.
Oh, he's feuding with radio guy from Quebec City.
Like, is it a real feud or are they friends?
No, well, it's not a real feud because I don't even think because Jeff Fillion is the radio guy from Quebec City. He's like a really big deal in Quebec City.
Nice guy?
So I don't. Yeah, he is a nice guy. People in Montreal hate him because he's very, very right, like heavy right wing, and plus he's like he thinks COVID is just like not even a cold. He thinks it's
a hoax,
kind of bullshit. Yeah, and he thinks that like he's basically he's almost like a parody of Steven Crowder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like that type of guy, like Steven Crowder, Gavin type.
Represents, okay, represents something, and
yeah.
Huh.
But he's super nice. And then Yan was angry because he had a conspiracy theory guy on a couple of times, and the government had made a commercial for that radio station. The radio station refused to air the commercial, so then the government just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna stop buying ad space." I didn't even know the government.
Hold on. Why did the government try to buy ads and the radio station refused them?
Yeah, because it was an ad about how COVID isn't fake.
Oh, and the whole radio stations backed their guy up. They said
the radio station said, "Fuck it, we're not airing that." So then the government said, "Okay, well, we're gonna stop buying ads on your radio station." I didn't even know the government spent money on fucking radio ads.
Yeah, what kind of ads are they buying?
Yeah. So anyway, and then when they did that, other businesses were like, "Oh fuck it, we're gonna stop buying ads on that radio station too." And then
who joins the government in a boycott? That's weird.
I don't know. It's weird though, because you know how the businesses are like that. As soon as they see one person leaving, they panic and everyone leaves.
Yeah. What the fuck? But I'll say two things. Number one, I do like the fact that the radio station stuck by their guys. Like, fuck you, government. I like that they stood up against the government.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not a hoax. We know it's not a hoax.
Yeah.
Like, that seems like a weird hill to die on.
But like if all of your listeners kind of think it's a hoax,
yeah,
I guess it's just a business move.
I wouldn't want to misinform them on that. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I agree. It's definitely the way they're acting is not the right way to go about things. Like, we're just scaring people for no reason, causing people to become really depressed. But I don't think that the solution is to tell people like, this is a hoax.
Yeah,
this is made up.
Everyone, like even people like me that are afraid of COVID, like I know it's not as bad as the media tells me.
But I still take precautions.
Yeah, but like whenever I see people that are like, it's nothing, it's a cold. Those people, if they're alone, like in a SUV with Trump, they're nervous.
Yeah,
you have to be nervous.
Yeah, how are you not nervous? Somebody has a virus.
Because you don't know, like for most people, it doesn't affect you, but you could be that one dude that just needs oxygen and then eventually dies.
I want to know. Remember, they stopped us from doing. Remember when I called in to get me and you antibody tests?
Yeah.
And the first lady was nice. She had called back the next day, and then the next day I got that cunt on the phone who basically yelled at me, and wouldn't let us go do our antibody test. You remember?
Yeah.
We have to find. I'm going to find out now if there's another place to do it because I'm so curious to see if we had it and didn't know it. I'm not saying I'm going to stop taking precautions. I'm still going to take precautions because I don't know if you can get it again. But I'm so fucking curious.
Yeah.
To see if that's what it was. But on Sherbrooke, that clinic, they were supposed to take us, and then that's what sucks too when you land on the wrong person.
Since we can't do the whole swinger thing, if we go get tested for antibodies, Poseidon should take some ecstasy before. Just some ecstasy and like 2 Cialis.
And then he has an erection, and they put the needle in, and he's like,
oh, deeper.
It's like, oh, yeah, exactly. Sir, does that hurt?
Deeper.
No, do it more. It feels good.
Deeper.
Do another one. Do one here.
Well, every time I do blood tests, I freak the nurse out.
Explain why.
Because I'll do this, and then like sometimes they have a hard time finding the vein, and then like they're like, okay, you can look away now. There's blood, and I'm just like.
They tell you can look away now. There's blood. Why do they treat you like a child?
I don't know. Like I just completely unfazed, and then they always give me this look, like, oh my god, like who is this guy?
I've never had a nurse tell me you can look away now. There's blood. I've never heard that.
Oh yeah. I had that when I was 3 years old.
Yeah. As an
Do
adult,
you think I'm just a big retarded baby?
Yeah, they look at you like he's a retard. There's gonna be blood, and he's like, I don't mind.
Do they tell you, look away, you're not gonna get your lolly?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they're used to it because I've seen like when I go do blood tests like for everything to see if everything's all right, working fine. I've noticed at the hospital at least what's it called, Jewish General here.
Yeah. Why did you say it's okay, the Jewish General?
I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of people have like panic attacks. They're like taking the
At the Jewish, I never saw that. I never saw anybody have a panic attack, but I went for blood tests once and I got into a big argument with the guy taking the doctor with a big mustache, like a Tom Selleck mustache. I got into an argument with him. He's a male nurse or whatever. He's being a real piece of shit because you had to take numbers to go in, the line, whatever. And I was next. And then when I got there, I couldn't find my number. So he's like, well, you have to give it to me. And I was like, okay, well, I'm here. Like, no one else is saying that they're me. I'm me, Like, I'm next. Let me do. He's like, no, not if you don't do it and you're holding up the line. I go, I'm not. There's no one else claiming to be me. Like, it's not like we're fighting between a number. And then it was a whole, 2-minute thing. And then finally I found it was, in my wallet or whatever the fuck. I was like, Jesus Christ, what a waste of fucking time. I have the paper here. Just fucking take my blood.
Yeah, the sticklers for the rules are always very...
Like, there's certain rules that you can't bend on. You know what I mean? Like, that'll kill someone or whatever. But this is something so stupid.
So small.
Yeah. They've done it to me also at the DMV, at the SAC. Same thing. I was like, oh.
Yeah, they're horrible at the SAC. You need to show that stupid ticket.
I was like, well, I'm the only one here. No one else is arguing because it's my number. I just don't know where the fuck it is. But I'm telling you, I was number 88 or whatever. They're like, no, if you don't have the number, I can't take you. I go, but why? Well, look, use your fucking head. Use common sense. Are you collecting these tickets? Is anybody going to verify them later?
Yeah. The thing I used to do, I remember that I used to suck. I used to hate doing it when I worked at in car rentals. Sometimes some clients would come from Europe.
Oh,
that long flight.
It's a nice it's a nice continent.
Yeah, and then they land here and they realize they've forgotten their license.
Oh, I feel bad.
Yo, I would have to tell them no, and then mass hysteria would break out. Oh,
because they're fucked.
Yeah, they're fucked.
But that's a stupid move.
Yeah.
Like, you go to another country for your license, you're a fucking dipshit.
Yeah, obviously, but I felt so bad.
It's always in your wallet.
Yeah.
It should always be in your wallet.
No, because some European licenses, they're the old school papers.
What do you have? People from Bratislava?
What?
Like,
No. So even French driver's licenses, they're like driver's licenses from like 1950 something.
who are these people that are renting cars?
Yeah, France only recently started new driver's licenses on plastic, on a piece of plastic.
Is the driver's license in an envelope that's closed with like wax with the seal from
with a stamp
account?
From the Third Reich?
With a stamp.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yeah,
and
that's
then you have Poseidon wearing a fucking turtleneck trying to, yes, I will validate this stamp. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so some of the stuff is weird with Europe. Like, they're super modern in some things, like cell phone technology. And then, like, license, they're completely backwards because they're trying to apply stuff. Because when I went to see a soccer game a few years ago, I was telling you the other day, I guess because of hooliganism, you can't just I wasn't able, because I went online to buy tickets. I wasn't able to go online and just buy tickets. Like, here you go, you want a hockey game or whatever. In order to buy the ticket, I had to put in my Greek identification number, ID number, right? But I don't have one. I'm not I'm here. So I was like, So then I went and I found out how many digits it is. And I just put in random digits, like it was 12 digits, and it let me buy 2 tickets.
Okay.
I was like, this is like partially a good idea, so you know who's going in, but also it's a terrible idea because I just put in a series of random numbers.
Imagine you fucking do something, I don't know, break something or whatever. They find the ticket.
You find
or
a random guy.
They go find some Albanian. They beat the shit out of him.
It wasn't you. Well, you bought these tickets. What are you talking about, my friend? It was so stupid. I bought 2 tickets with random fake ID. It wasn't even a fake ID. I just put random series of numbers.
Sometimes when you buy stuff in the States, they'll ask you for the social insurance number. Or
I've never heard. You mean the zip code?
Is it social insurance? Is that in
That's
in
here.
Canada?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever their thing is in the States.
You mean
I
like
know-
your social security number?
Social
Social
security
Security.
number.
Oh,
yeah.
that's fucked. I don't even give it here. Like when they ask for the zip code here,
Yeah.
they go, because you know what bothers me? Here they don't say, can I have your zip code? They go, your zip code? And I'm always like, no. The fuck do you care? Like my zip code is, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to give you my zip code.
Like when I first bought the house in Florida, in the old days, you could just get your Quebec license and show it to them at the DMV, and then they'd give you a Florida license, driver's license that was the same thing. But I guess they stopped doing that because people were
Abusing
pretending that they knew how to drive motorcycles. Like that's what I went to get, because I went to get I can't drive a motorcycle here, but I went and I was gonna tell them, yeah, it's code 5, that means you can drive motorcycles.
A truck.
And a fucking 18-wheeler.
A submarine.
So I went to see them, and then they were like, okay, well, now you have to take a course and a test, and I was like, okay, then fuck it.
It's not worth it.
So I had to, but I'd already bought a car in Florida. So to get the insurance, they asked me for my social security number. And I was like, I don't have one. And they were like, you need one. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, I started giving numbers until the person said, okay. Because I didn't know how many there were. So I was like, it's 3, 6, 7. Okay. 7. Yes. 8, yes. 9, yes. And then when I got that, they were like, okay, perfect. I'll read that back to you.
That's so amazing. Yeah.
Shit.
And you see what I mean? Like I don't know, like some of the stuff like we get away. Also, I was thinking about credit scores. So, like here in Canada, there's like 2, probably in the States too, it's TransUnion and Equifax, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that you can have a mistake on one of them? And on one of them, your credit could be like a fucking 500. Like your credit could be shit, 300 or some shit.
Oh shit.
And then on the other one, that section was never affected, and it won't know. So depending on wherever you go to get money from or to apply from, they test one. You can either have good results or shitty results because of that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Isn't that fucking weird?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be one thing.
One thing for everyone, and it should be, because I know my girlfriend had gotten a problem because Bell Canada, they had fucked up her credit and she had no idea. They said that she owed them 19 cents for like 5 years.
What a bunch of pieces of shit.
Yeah, so they sent it to collections, but they never called her and said you owe 19 cents. And it turned out she didn't owe 19 cents. This is the best part. She finally got through to Bell, talked to them, and they're like, oh no, you actually never owed this. She's like, well, what happens with this? She's like, oh, we sent it to like creditors. Like, what the fuck? You sent 19 cents I didn't even owe, and then you fucked up my credit. So then they sent her a letter that there was a mistake, and she had to go through the painstaking process for both companies, explaining to them and sending them the letters from Bell so that they could try to get rid of it.
Did they get rid of it?
They said they got rid of it, but I don't know if it made a difference. I don't know how long it takes to affect. But you know how fucked up that is? That for 19 cents, even if it was real 19 cents, but it was fake 19 cents. Yeah. It wasn't even $1.
That means though that like those are like just a regular private company. So I could start a credit score thing too.
What's fucked up is that they never called her.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
Like at least call and be like, you owe 19 cents, you owe $100, you owe 1,000, whatever the fuck it is. So what did you do with this? Like you just said she doesn't pay.
Yeah.
And who gives a fuck for 90? But it wasn't even a thing. They shut the paper. So now one of our friends works at Equifax. So I sent it through him so that he can talk to the people there. And they're like, oh yeah, this happens. Like this happens. This is a thing that happens.
Yeah.
So a lot of people get fucked over for nothing.
Well, at the collection agency that I used to work at, just those 2 weeks that I worked there, that was very common.
Like barely $1.
Barely $1 because we had different sections. We had Visa, MasterCard, and Bell. Bell had its own, like Bell was so much.
Yeah, they're assholes.
That they had to have their own area cornered off.
But even if someone
owes collections for Bell.
If someone owes you $3, is it really worth that time and effort to pay people to collect $3?
Well, no. Here's what happens, right? Because it's the agencies that buy it.
But who the fuck's gonna buy $3? You're gonna make $1.50.
No, they don't buy $3.
Oh, so they buy everything.
They'll buy the collective debt of, I don't know, 15,000.
Oh.
And then they'll get hit with fucking 10,000 accounts, or like, I don't know, 5,000 accounts of $2.
Oh,
you know
that's
I mean?
retarded.
Yeah. And
you
then,
figure though that the collection agency would be like, look, everything under $5,
fuck it,
throw it out.
Yeah.
Or even $10 because you have to pay your employees.
Yeah.
You're paying someone even if they're not paid like a fucking $80 an hour.
But if in 1 hour nobody picks up, you just wasted your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but apparently they don't also really mind because people would be like, what, $2? Oh, $2? Okay, fine, whatever. Here's my credit card number. Let me just pay it right away. Send me a confirmation. Tack. So apparently they were also very easy to collect on.
But just like if you're paid $20 an hour and it took you 10 minutes to get the guy's credit card number, that means it costs your employer $7 almost.
Yeah, just to collect
$2.
It's such a stupid, what a scammy fucking system.
And but also apparently they do it to a lot of agencies because in Quebec we have like a shit ton of agencies apparently.
Oh, we're a hotbed for that stuff.
Yeah.
We're like the Thailand for these agencies. Because those Thai places and all that shit, like Philippines, they have all kinds of call centers too.
Oh fuck! I had a weird phone call today. Well, it wasn't me, but it was my wife. Someone called her to pretend like she had just won an iPhone.
Oh, I haven't heard that scam in a while.
Oh shit!
But they it was someone that could barely speak. It was probably like it sounded like a Chinese accent. It was some Asian accent, and they had told like the recording was meet me at, and then they named a shopping center in Quebec City. So they're like, meet me at Place Laurier.
What the fuck?
And then my wife was like, that's what a weird thing. Like to meet me in a shopping center.
But what do you think? So now I'm curious. If it was me, I would plan a sting operation. I would go down there with Poseidon because I wonder what is the goal. Do they get you there to try to sell you a product? Like sign up for this credit card. Do they try to rob you? You know, like what's the end game?
I have no idea.
That's what I wonder. Because even with the people that call us and always pretend that they're the Canadian Revenue Agency.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They say the funniest things. Now their latest thing is they say if you don't call, for the time being, we've canceled your social insurance number, which means we've canceled for people in the States your social security, number, your social insurance number.
But that's amazing.
Yeah.
If you don't have a number anymore, you don't have to pay income tax.
Yeah. Basically, that's what I said when I called. I was like,
become Joe Pesci and Goodfellas.
Yeah, I was like, so I'm off the grid. Hey, all right. Thank you, sir.
Usually my go-to line for that is like, oh shit, which one?
Yeah, just to
fuck with them.
And they've resorted to stupid things. I think that's how dumb we've collectively become.
Yeah.
They've gotten away with such dumb things. Because I even found out, remember the Nigerian scams where they would send you an email and they'd be like, I am Prince from Nigeria. You're my only friend. You must pay money so I could release my money and then I give you money.
No.
People would fall for that shit.
The only people that fall for that are old people, unfortunately.
But people fall for that shit.
I've never...
Whether they're old or young, people have fallen for that shit.
Yeah.
So because of that, it sets kind of this precedence where they keep thinking of these goddamn stupid ways to steal your money. People have fallen for that shit, Mike. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Who the fuck falls for that shit?
The most clever one that I've seen is called the grandma scam.
I'm listening. Okay. Oh, where they say your son, your grandson is in jail. He needs you to bail him out.
Bail money.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's the most realistic, clever one that I've seen.
Why are you saying it like you've done it?
No, I haven't done it. I've known people who.
That's terrible, man.
Yeah, what a shitty thing. That you have to call the person.
Yeah.
So you call and go, "Hey, Grandma,
I'm stuck in jail," or you pretend, or you say, "We have your grandson. He's in jail. He got into
which
a bar
is
fight."
easier?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 17, I think I was looking for a job, and one of my friends, Italian friends, tricked me into thinking it was a job. It's like, it's cash only. It's a call center. It's customer service.
Oh, nice.
And it wasn't the grandma scam. It was another one. It was basically, I did it for a few weeks and I got paid. I'm like, this is a weird job. So I just left. I found out later it was actually a scam.
Well, what were you doing?
The scam was
It took you a few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
People
had
crying on the phone.
They had placed the pitch in a way that it made people think they want a product.
Oh.
They bought a product, so it was like $400 or $500 a pop every time. Like, you get a box of goodies, right? This was like a long time ago, but that box of goodies was like no goodies. It was like worth nothing. It was
8
stupid
used
shit.
condoms.
Yeah. So they basically found a
A
loophole.
coloring book.
So they basically found a loophole into saying like, no. So even when they would get investigated or whatever, they'd be like, no, we sold them a product, we shipped them something. So they had proof of shipping, but whatever the person got wasn't worth $500.
Oh, okay, obviously.
Yeah. So
Oh, what a scam. You know what I was involved in? I remember when I was in high school, I got a telemarketing job. And that was right before, I don't know if you remember, Mike, in Montreal, they went through like a situation where they started shutting down telemarketing spots. Like, it became illegal. This was right before that happened. So I had no idea. To me, it was like, telemarketing, like you're selling stuff on the phone. And it was basically paper, ink ribbons, and paper for like registers.
Okay.
And we had the call sheets. I made good money. Like, for a high school, I was working the night shift over there, and I was killing everyone. Selling paper and shit to people. But then I realized, because what happened was, you're kind of making it seem like you're the regular supplier of paper and ink, and you're overpriced, but we're really not. Like, most people have their own suppliers, so they get tricked into it, and then they're buying extra
tell
paper.
them, like, "Hey, I see you're running low on toner."
Yeah, it wasn't even running low. It's like, yeah, I see, we have a deal right now, so we figured since you get, regularly, you might prefer this. It's cheaper or whatever, but it really wasn't. It was more expensive. Like, they're paying $300 for like 8 ink ribbons or whatever the fuck it was. I never even saw the product. Like, you'd get a confirmation, they'd bring it to the back, and then that lady would get their information or whatever the fuck it was. But I remember I was making crazy money, and then they got mad at me because I got into an argument with a guy on the phone, a Chinese restaurant guy. And then I told him that he won $1 million. But I kept saying melon dollar. He's like, "You saying I won melon dollar?" I go, "That's what I'm saying, bro. You got yourself some melon dollar." He's like, "So you're saying I won melon dollar?" I go, "Exactly, melon dollar." And then they went in the back and they're like, "What the fuck did you tell him?" I go, "I never said $1 million. I said melon dollar." And they're like, "You're fired." Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah, and then they hired me back like 2 years later. Like, they were starting up another one. And I went with Phil, actually. We were like unemployed. It was like over the summer. We were kids. And Phil quit right before I quit, I think. Phil's like, "I can't fucking do this shit." Like, he's like, this is weird. Like, we're just calling. He couldn't sell stuff to people on the phone. And then since he quit, I was like, "Hey, this place kind of depressing. Fuck this place." So then I quit too. And like, "Why are you quitting?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm kind of depressed. I came here with my friend. He doesn't want to work here anymore." So I quit.
I never worked a telemarketing job, but
It's fucking
the way I
shit.
picture it is either young kids that have a future
Yeah.
and old people that
Don't.
have. Yeah.
There was a lot of old people when I worked, even on the night shift, that were, at the time you couldn't tell, but looking back at it now, I could see that they were, I don't know how, like, they had fucked up everything in life. Like there was no winning for them, and they were making good money there, like tricking people, but spending it on nonsense. Like, they were old people that lived like young people. Do you know?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't have, like, I know older people now, and they have like responsibilities. They were buying the same shit that the young people working there were buying. Like, they were living like that. Like,
Okay.
it was very, very strange, and they were old. They were much older than us. Like, I was like 16 years old, and some of them were like in their late 50s. Like, they were real adults. Yeah. But they were fuck ups, I guess. I remember there was a Haitian guy there that kept talking about how you're super gay if you eat pussy, like stuff like that. Because he was getting an argument with someone else. And
What?
That's the first time I ever heard the term "bati boy," and it was making me laugh so much because he's like, "You're the gayest thing you could do is eat pussy." He was telling that to another guy. The guy's like, "It's not gay to eat pussy," and he's like, "It's super gay." He's like, "You're a bati boy," and I was like, "What the fuck's a bati?" I kept thinking Batman, and I remember the whole. Yeah,
How? What's the thought process on that? How is that gay?
that's what a gay guy would ask.
Ta-da-da!
But yeah, I remember because it was one of those. It was it was outside of my normal circle of friends. It was different conversations, but I remember that vividly because I remember laughing a lot because it was a heated debate. They were always like, it's gay. And the other guy's like, it's not gay to eat pussy. He's like, it's super gay. You might as well suck a dick if you're going to eat a pussy. He's like, what? It's not the same thing. And they were arguing. And no one was fucking. Like, if it was me and part of that, I'd be fucking with the other person. But they weren't fucking with each other.
They were both super serious.
They were both super serious about it. And both of them were. Well, actually, the other guy wasn't being that stupid. But the guy saying that you're gay if you eat pussy was completely insane.
Yeah, that's nuts.
The argument made no sense. Yeah.
I guess it makes sense if someone just came in the pussy you're eating.
yeah, that's
you're kind of like
detail.
you're eating jizz more than you are eating pussy.
But his argument was going down is something that only women are supposed to do. If you do it to a woman, you're homosexual. Like that. What
a generous lover.
But it was shit like that, and I was a kid. I was like 15, 16 years old, however I was when I worked there, and I remember arguments like that, and just. But I knew even then. I knew like, oh, these are very, very low IQ people. Like, you could tell, like, even as I wasn't any smart. I was a fucking child in high school, but they were older than me and I could still tell. I didn't feel like, oh, they're older, they know better. Like, I knew that these people have fucked up their lives. These are all imbeciles.
Yeah.
And they got mad in the beginning because it took me like a week to start beating everyone in sales. Yeah. I was so much. Yeah, because I took it as a joke. I took it as a joke.
Hard on the ego. You're 59 years old. And a 16-year-old is better at you. Oh, I was better than you at their job.
You know how good I was at the job? I asked Fat Nick, Big Sexy, about this because he worked there around that time too, and I think the girl he was dating at the time was there. It was the night shift basically. I was holding it up. That's how many sales I was making. That when they fired me because they had to show an example, it took less than a week for them to close down the night shift.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Yeah, because I remember I was downstairs a week later because it was McDonald's, right? Like it was on Hutchison, and they had come down to work there and go, they just fired all of us. I go, what happened? They had to shut down. The night shift wasn't making money anymore. I go, I've been gone a week. I was killing it, like, cause I didn't care. I was just joking around, and whenever I get someone that I felt bad for, I would just hang up and like, I'm not gonna sell them anything. But every time someone was a dick, I would sell them shit, and it was like a robot. I was like, but like I didn't care. I thought it was a joke, so I wasn't like super invested. Like if somebody didn't want, I wouldn't force them. I'd be like, all right, I have fucking 800 numbers here. I don't give. Yeah, so I was making the money. The truth is, they paid me. I made money for a high schooler. I was making more than I should have.
How much were you making? Like an hour?
I don't remember an hour, but I remember in the week I was making, and I barely work. I work like at night. But some days I would have like a $1,200 check, or sometimes an $800 check. And at the time, that was a lot of money for working 3 hours a night, 4 nights a week or 3 nights a week. It was a lot of money.
12, Jesus Christ,
I was
that's
destroying.
a lot of money. Yeah.
I was destroying. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but it didn't last long because I was a fucking asshole, and I had to tell the guy he won $1 million. $1
million.
But I think it might have been a blessing in disguise, because what if I had become those guys?
Yeah. Right now, we'd be doing a podcast wondering if it's gay to eat pussy.
But I sometimes I think about the decisions I've made. Like, let's say if that didn't happen, and then I went down a complete different path, never get involved in comedy. Maybe I would have been involved in like those kind of Sam shits. You know what I mean? I would have been a different person.
Yeah.
So like you look back and you're like, fuck, some of the shit. Like, thank God it went this way.
Yeah, like I dodged a lot of bullets myself.
Oh, you did dodge a lot of.
I dodged a ton of bullets, bro.
Yeah, you should have been a train wreck right now.
I should have been fucking God knows where.
Yeah, he was running. What was that scam with the cards?
I can't talk about that.
Oh yeah, he was a scammer. Yeah.
I can't talk about that.
Yeah, he was working with a bunch of Arabs that they were
allegedly.
They were like the cops here it was like a whole thing. They were like the leaders in credit card fraud in Quebec. And they had one of their patsies with this fucking doofus.
I was very good though. Wait, what? I was allegedly very good.
He was allegedly very good. Yeah. And then he, I think at one point he realized he's like, fuck, what am I doing? Like, you know, you get those like epiphanies.
Yeah.
But this was before we met.
Yeah, way before.
Way before we met. Because if it was with me, I would have fucking slapped him in the goddamn face. Fucking I don't like that kind of shit. Because you fuck over, you fuck over with that stuff. People who don't know get really fucked over because they don't even know how to call the credit card company properly and tell them to go fuck themselves. I'm not paying for this. They just panic like, oh, I guess.
No, apparently back then, now people get fucked over more, apparently.
Oh, really? Oh, that's even worse.
Especially on debit cards. If it's debit cards
Debit, they'll fuck you. Yeah, because if it's your credit card, normally the credit card company will like take care of it. They'll be like, okay, we'll investigate this. You still have your funds available. Debit sometimes now, it could take them months for you to get your money back.
Yeah, well, because what had happened was at first they weren't as strict, so they were just like it wouldn't happen as often. So they would the credit card companies like Visa, MasterCard, and the banks would just pay it off. You know, it was like a certain amount. They would just pay it off. But at some point, it became so rampant
because of these Arabs.
It was like a fucking plague that overtook Quebec at some point. They had to change laws and do all kinds of shit.
Like they went nuts apparently. Like they ran it like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had all kinds of people, underlings, and they had people under them, and they were going to gas stations. They
flooded the. It was nuts.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, like in the old days, when you'd lose a credit card or get your credit card stolen, you'd call, cancel, and they'd send you a new one automatically.
Yeah.
It isn't like that anymore in Quebec.
No, they had. I told you what happened to me like a few months ago.
No.
They were sending me a credit card. They made it difficult for me. I forgot exactly what happened. I had to prove my own address, and I gave them my address. And then on the phone, they were trying to get me to prove that I'm me. But I'm like,
okay. You.
And then they had called me. I was like, but you called me. And it was this whole fucking convoluted story that they made me go through. I was like, what the fuck? This is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago, I'd left my wallet at the bordel, but I wasn't sure if I dropped it in the club or in the green room. And then I called, they couldn't find it in the green room, so I just canceled. All I had was one card in my, so I canceled my Visa. And then when I canceled it, I told the woman, I said, "Are you gonna send a new one?" And she goes, "No, you have to call this number." And I was like, "Oh, fuck it. Then I'm not going to have a Visa anymore." And she's like, "No, you should call this number." And I was like, "No, I don't want to." And then I never called. And then finally they sent me a letter saying, "Why haven't you called?" And I didn't answer. And then they sent me a card.
Oh, they're like, that's
they're
funny.
like, "Oh, fuck."
They gave up.
Yeah, we miss you.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, they make money off us. That's fucking
exactly.
amazing. They actually gave. That's funny. You can't mess with their money. They'll bend the rules if it comes down to their money.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, always. That's every company.
Yeah, that's a bit. Are there any good companies left? Who do you like dealing with?
I don't know. Not really.
No, but I'm supposed to call Telus this week. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Yeah. My phone is with Rogers, and I fucking hate them.
Yeah, Rogers. I've never been with them, but I've always heard shitty things. Bell, I've had the worst experiences with them.
Garbage.
Telus, to be honest, I think I've been worse to them than they have to me.
Tell us for the most part, because they focus a lot on customer service. Like when I used to work for TELUS, one of their top things, like in sales, if you fucked over a client, accidentally made a mistake, lied or whatever, like 3 strikes and you're out. Like not even a joke. And so to the point, like customer service was so big that at some point they didn't even focus on sales anymore, and they started going downhill a bit.
Who, Telus?
Yeah.
I remember just last month when I called them, because sometimes they patch you through the Philippines, and I don't like it when someone on the line pretends to be someone they're not. You know what I mean?
So it's a Filipino going, "Hi, this is Alan."
Yeah, exactly. So I would lose my shit, and then they patch me through to managers another day in like Toronto or where the fuck it is, and then I'm like, "Stop transferring to goddamn foreigners," and I'm clearly the problem in this equation. Like they're trying their best, and I'm like, "Stop!" Oh, sorry. I go, "No, there's no fucking sorry, bro. They understand what the fuck I'm telling them."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the best is that we don't offer that in Quebec. I go, you don't offer, you're not even in the country. What are you talking about? And why would you bring it up to me? I didn't, because they would tell me, she brought me through this whole thing about this is the deal we can give you. And at the end of it, she goes, "Oh, we can't give it to you actually because you're in Quebec." And I was like, but I didn't tell you this deal. You told me, you made me stay on the phone for 15 minutes. You gave me the details of a deal and then told me I can't give it to you because you live in Quebec. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? So
yeah, because they have very different deals for the rest of Canada.
I know, but I mean that's her job.
Yeah, if she told him about the deal, did they give it to you?
No, they didn't give it to me. But the good thing is my contract is up now, the 23rd of this month. So I know they're scrambling to re-sign me. So I'm gonna call up. I want to get the free phone. I just want to get the new Pixel that comes out at the end of the month because I'm I'm trying my best not to waste money on stupid shit like phones and stuff. I don't want to pay for them anymore. So I'd rather get free shit when I can, because I feel like we waste our money, and collective we in North America, on the dumbest fucking shits like gadgets and shit like that, where I have to have a phone line anyway. So I'm going to be with them anyway. Might as well just sign a 2-year contract so they give me a free fucking phone. I'm going to pay my monthly bill anyway.
No.
Might as well get a free fucking phone out of it instead of paying $800 for a fucking phone. You know, the economy is in shambles. I'm going to start fucking buying phones.
Yes,
doesn't make sense.
What's happening with that tent city?
Mike, you heard about the tent city? I heard the cops went in there and sorted that shit out.
God damn.
Really? Couldn't they have just waited for it to snow?
I guess they didn't want to be accessories to murder, because those kids would have died.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how are they responsible for that?
Because they let them live there.
Yeah, but now they're just gonna be out in the cold anyways.
Yeah, but they're not all there. Like, it's not like a visible. By the way, I'm against this. I mean, I feel terrible. I want these people to be taken care of. But all I'm saying is, when they're there, they're a visible eyesore. It becomes a graveyard. Like, if the ice would come and you'd go from one day to the next and there's fucking 18 dead bodies, you got a fucking problem on your hands, right?
Yeah.
But now if there's a random homeless guy that's dead in downtown, it doesn't even make the news.
Yeah. You don't even notice. You think they're sleeping.
What?
What?
You could suck their dicks. No one says anything. This is going to lead to more problems, Mike, and people. We're talking about it, and regular people are talking about it, but the media is not covering the fact that we're in for a very, very fucked up couple of months. The way it's going with the economy,
and homeless people are hit the hardest.
Yeah,
because since no one's out, there's no way for them to make any money.
Yeah. And you can't get CERB checks. I think you can't get any checks if you don't have an address, right? If you don't have a home address or some shit like that. Is that what the thing was?
I think so, yeah.
Because I remember there was something that didn't make sense. Somebody was explaining to me back in the day, like, why don't you get welfare? Well, you can't get welfare if you don't have a home or some shit like that. And I was like, so what happens to homeless people? And they go, it's a vicious cycle where they go into this place to eat, this place to sleep, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another scam recently, by the way, eh? A lot of people, I heard what they would do is they would basically file for like 5 Serbs, and then they would put random addresses that they live.
Oh, yeah.
And then when the person would get the letter at the address, they just made sure to go grab the letter
before the person would get it.
exactly. So, so some people collected like 5 fucking Serbs. That's
someone was telling me that.
That's where you see the most homeless people aren't really like hustlers. Because that's a super easy move to make, right? Just go on a street, check, see who leaves every day, and then just get your shit delivered there.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. If no one's at the house, it's easy to, you see the mailman arrive, you get the check right away. But I guess it's a lot of work for...
a homeless guy?
Yeah.
Oh no, this wasn't homeless people.
No. But he's saying that it's an opening for homeless people to run that kind of scam. It's not a bad idea though.
Yeah, but then they need a computer and everything.
Yeah, you need to go to the library. People still go to the library, Mike, because they shut down last week. The first thing they shut down was libraries.
Oh really?
Yeah, I never even thought of libraries. Like, what a weird place to shut down. Like, everyone's shushing. There's no way the virus was spreading in a goddamn library.
I guess shushing though, you're kind of spitting.
So you think it's
right?
The librarians were spreading it?
Maybe the librarians are the super spreaders.
I knew it. Those fucking bitches. It's been them this whole time.
But isn't that like when they said libraries? I was like, what in the fuck are they writing? Like they didn't want to close schools, but they closed libraries. Like it felt so random.
Yeah.
And who the fuck is going to let these nerds hang out at the library? Like,
you know what it probably is? It's all those people going.
Yeah, licking turning the page. It's all those page lickers. Sir, we've asked you numerous times. It's during COVID. Stop licking and no, it's the only way to turn.
They're fucking fingering in their mouths to turn a page.
That's still one of the funniest stories I ever heard was SNL skit that never happened. I think it was JB Smoove, who the guy he plays Leon on Curb. He was on there, I think, as a guest host, and they were working on different sketches. And he goes, "This one never made it." But when he said, "I go, this should have been made." He goes, "I had an idea." He goes for a guy who used to be an accountant, and now he's a butcher. but he still counts meat slices the same way. And I was like, that is such a great bit, but they didn't want to do
funny.
it. I was like, that would have been amazing. That would have been such a good video. He just he was like that. That's just amazing.
The cold cuts, he's counting.
He's counting the cold cuts, putting it in, and there's customers. That's such a good fucking sketch.
Yeah,
that's such a good sketch.
I wonder why they passed on that.
I don't know, maybe, but apparently that happens a lot in those kind of shows. It's like very, like dog eat dog, like people fighting to get their sketches, favoritism. It's not always the best sketch that makes it.
And maybe too, that sketch went nowhere.
But none of their sketches go anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think that would have been, if he was, because he was supposed to be the butcher, that would have been, that would have went viral. That's a fucking funny idea.
Yeah.
Because it's shit you never think of. You know, certain skills in one job that if you those habits, you use them in another. But you would never think of the accountant to the butcher and then licking the cold cuts like that. It's such a smart joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. Anyways, all that to say. So, Mike, you said you're going to have on your Patreon this week episodes of Suzakut specifically for patrons.
Yeah, tomorrow and Thursday. Supposed to be tomorrow. I texted Michelle like 2 hours ago, and I was like, book some guests for tomorrow.
Okay, so you don't know who he's gonna book.
I don't know who he has on yet.
Okay,
but we're gonna. If Michelle doesn't book anyone, it'll just be me and my cat.
You call us. We'll come on Skype. We'll talk to you in French. So, Mike Ward Suzakut, head over to patreon.com/Suzakut to get Mike Ward's podcast, the #1 French language comedy podcast on the planet. As you can see, even though they've shut down the comedy club, Mike is still going to be producing specific episodes just for the patrons because you're members. He's going to give you something. Head over to patreon.com/Pantelis for all my stuff. We're also producing a lot of stuff during this quarantine, this red zone situation. And every Friday night, during this month, it's the Halloween Spook Fest. Every Friday night at 9 p.m., we're watching horror movies with Poseidon on the Patreon-only Discord. There's voting happening right now for the next movie. Currently, the original Halloween and The Thing are tied for the next movie to watch. The Halloween Spook Fest. Come for the hang, stay for the spooks. So it's a good fucking time. Mike, did you know that we were doing that?
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, we're spooking, but I say spooks, but we're not spooking anyone because we keep talking over the movies. So from what I heard on Friday, because it was a fucked up movie, even that movie didn't scare anyone because of all the nonsense that we're talking. So it's just a fun hang. It's just a fun hang excuse to watch horror movies. So we're doing that, 2 drink minimum. As you can see, we're still going live every Monday. Hopefully next Monday Mike will be in studio, but even if he's not, we're still going to come out live on Mondays and Wednesdays everywhere that podcasts are sold. Mike, anything I forgot?
No, you forgot nothing.
The Poseidon69, Twitter and Instagram. Yes, he's all excited.
Yes, and I started a new TikTok again.
Oh, he has a new TikTok. What is your TikTok name?
Same thing, the Poseidon69. So it doesn't get people confused. And
so for all the 13-year-old ladies that follow us, the Poseidon69 on TikTok.
Goddamn. Yeah, I made another little video. I was bored at like 3 a.m.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
did you see it?
No, I don't have TikTok. I deleted it. I don't want the Chinese
but I
getting
posted
on
on
my data.
Instagram also.
Oh, I don't know.
It's no longer owned by the Chinese.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think. But yeah. All right. So thank you all for listening and go fuck yourselves.